What's going on YouTube? It's Kuma1921 here. Long time no see. How you guys doing? We're chilling here at the remainder and the end of the Frederick, Maryland Regional, and I'm chilling here with
Bobby Kenny.
Bobby. Okay, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Doing pretty good. Played Traptrix today.
Yep, got top 8?
Yeah, got top 8.
Nice.
My only loss was to the undefeated, so...
Okay, cool.
That's pretty good.
Nice, cool. So, what was your what matchups did you were you expecting today?
I pretty much made the deck to be as good as possible against dragons,
right?
Especially the Dragoonity builds, which is usually the build that most other decks struggle against.
Yeah, explosive, definitely. Cool.
That was a big thing, but I wanted to have a deck that also wasn't going to be weak to any other particular decks.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I'd say Prophecy is probably my worst matchup overall.
Oh, okay, that's what I was going to ask you.
I only had to play against one of them, though, and I managed to win that one.
So do you have a best matchup?
Best matchup? To be completely honest, probably Blackwings, but like the Dragoonity Dragon Rulers aren't too difficult.
What about Evil Swarm? How do you deal?
Evil Swarms, they're a little bit tougher because they can they have their pandemics, but usually I'm willing to since all my stuff stops things on the summon,
right.
I can usually if they have the pandemic, I usually can use multiple trap hole cards to just force it off as like a 2-for-2 trade.
Okay.
So
cool.
It isn't the end of the world.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so my battery doesn't have that much battery left or life left.
So I'll try and go through quickly.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so starting with monsters, 3 Traptrix Myrmelio.
Okay.
She's pretty much the core of the control engine.
Yep.
When she's normal summon, you search for a normal trap card trap hole.
Okay.
So I can search trap hole, bottomless trap hole, void trap hole, deep dark trap hole,
nice.
a couple others. And other thing is when she's special summoned, I target a spell trap my opponent controls and destroy it.
Well, okay.
So
that's nice.
yeah, pretty much because of her, I can get away with not maining MSTs at all.
Yep.
The other Traptrix I play is Traptrix Atrax.
That's the best one, right?
I'd say Myrmelia is the best one, but she's pretty clutch when she comes in.
Cool.
She lets me activate trap hole cards from my hand, and also says while she's on the field, none of my normal trap cards can be negated.
Wow.
Actually, in round 6 or 7, I think it was 6. Round 6, I was up against Infernities. In one game, he ended up playing a trap stun, and then he ended up going off thinking that he could do everything just fine. I only had one normal trap set, but it happened to be a Mirror Force. Wow. He went to attack into it, and it's like Mirror Force. It can't be negated. Right. He lost his whole field, and I won really quickly afterwards.
So, Roar to create traps doesn't suck.
Yeah. I just wish he could protect my other trap cards, but most of my trap cards are normal, so... Okay. Then 2 B-Tron. It lets me send a face-up spell or trap I control to a graveyard to bring back a level 4 lower insects.
Okay.
They can bring back each other to go into Key Beetle, or just bring back the other Traptrix. Usually I'll bring back her, so I get her effect to blow up a back row.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I play plenty of cards that work with it. So. Yep. And then 3 Mist Valley Falcon. This is the other half of my control engine. I play 8 continuous trap cards that I can just reuse and recycle with Mist Valley Falcon.
Right.
And pretty much. Oh yeah, and he's also really useful for. I'll bounce her a lot. Like I'll summon her.
Yep.
Search a trap. Next turn, summon him, bounce her, and then if he lives, which I have enough traps that he usually does, I can summon her again, search another one, bounce her again, and every turn just get another trap hole.
That's pretty sick. Alright.
And then the last of monster is just some basic stun stuff. Thunder King Ryo, easily the best stun monster in the game.
Yep.
1 Fossil Dyna to stop special summons. Since I play Call the Haunteds, I can keep bringing it back along with this. Just Call the Haunted with these 2 cards. Essentially now I have Venny's Emptiness and Mistake. So
pretty sick plays too. Like when I activate a dragon effect, you could chain call one of your fossil. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Actually, I didn't get to do that at all today. But if when they end up banishing like 2 dragons for a 3rd one, if I chain call on this, then it's like, well, you don't get your 2 searches.
Yeah, that's pretty dirty.
And that really hurts them.
Yeah.
And then 1 Grand Mole. This is pretty much my answer to anything that I can't get over with everything else.
Okay.
And once your opponent gets into like a stalled position, this just poke and then swing with something else. Like bounce away their 1 line of defense over and over again. And then 1 Tsukiyomi.
Okay.
This is mainly in there. Like it has a few uses against just general continuous effects, but it's mostly in there for combos with Falcon. Because I can flip face down things that are affected by continuous cards, and then bounce the continuous cards with Falcon. Like if I can call the Haunted something, flip it face down, bounce the call with Falcon, and keep the monster. Or I can safe zone my own monsters to keep them safe. Then flip the monster down so that safe zone sits dead, and then bounce that with Falcon so I can reuse it later.
Cool.
So yeah.
That's 18 months, 17?
15.
15, okay.
15 monsters.
Don't want to rush you, but I just don't want my phone to die so we can
it.
get through the whole thing. So,
Spells, only 6 spells, 3 duality. I just want to get to. I want to get a consistent opening.
Yep.
Like between this, I can usually have a back row of 3 or 4 different cards.
Okay.
Or at least have like a Thunder King or something on board.
Right.
Book of Moon, easily best spell card in the game right now. Just it does everything. Dark Hole for monster hate, and Seal of Orichalcos.
Nice. Really big.
Yeah, pretty much makes all my stuff really big. In any control mirror, it makes my stuff too big to handle usually. I set it out against dragons usually, just because my biggest monster is Falcon, so that's 25. Title and Blaster can still get over. It doesn't really matter. And if I absolutely need to access my extra deck, I can bounce it with Falcon or send it with Beatron. So. Cool. It generally doesn't lock me out. That's it for the spells. Right, Traps, 3 regular trap hole. Pretty much every deck that's relevant normal summons.
Right.
So like even the decks that don't normal summon much, like non-Dragooni Dragon Rulers, like I can I'll usually side 2 of them out, but I'll keep 1 so I can search it out and have it ready for like a Debris Dragon play, or if they have to tribute summon a dragon or something.
Right.
And this is amazing. This is amazing against the Dragooni matchup. I played Tyree Tinsley in round 8. In game 1, his turn 1 and turn 2 Ducks plays just got shut down by Trap Hole.
Okay.
It was pretty awesome. Then I play 3 Void Trap Hole. This is when your opponent special summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack, you negate its effects and destroy it. So this is pretty much your answer to any really big monster.
Okay.
And since it negates the effects, it even works against things that would normally be troublesome, like if your opponent goes into a Draco sack while they already have a token out or something like that. Right. And you can disrupt a lot of plays. Nice. And then the 1 bottomless. Already staple, even better in here because I can search it.
All right, so I'm at 10%, so we got
warning. Then the deck has issues with if my opponent gets stuff on the field before I can set up. Okay. So these 5 traps just help take care of those.
Okay.
And then the last is continuous stuff, the 3 Fiendish Chain. And then 3 Call the Haunted, brings back stuff, works with Falcon well.
Waiting for someone?
No, we're just finishing this deck profile.
And then 2 Safe Zones, which Safe Zones protects my big stall monsters, and I can I really like putting on my opponent's stuff, and then I'll either bounce it with Falcon or send it with Beatron and kill off the monster.
All right. So he's run through the last 2 for me real quick. I just don't want my.
The extra deck, Crazy Box for.
If they have any questions, I'll just tell your name again.
Crazy Box for Skill Drain, Utopia. I have a Facebook.
All right, cool.
Utopia Ray was filler. I didn't have an Ouroboros. Pearl, Cowboy, Steel Storm Roach, Black Ship of Corn, Chidori for 5/2 Falcons, and I need to break up a field. Okay. Key Beetle, Dweller, Papal Operative, easily the MVP of the extra deck today. Direwolf, Emerald, Chain, and Maestro. Okay. So just a bunch of rank 4s.
Just fan through your
fan, Mind Crush, Emptiness, Traptrix, Trap Hole, Debunk, 2 Iron Walls, 3 MST, Breaker, Fossil Dana, Kaiku, 2 Banisher.
Cool. Now, the Traptrix Track Hole real quick, what is that again?
It's when a monster that was special summoned this turn activates its effect, negate the effect, and destroy it. Okay. Like, in general, Void Trap Hole is better because they don't have to use the effect to kill it with Void Trap Hole. Right. But this is useful against, like, Infinities and stuff.
Okay. So what's your name again?
Bobby Kenny.
Okay, you have a Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, so add him on Facebook if you have any questions about the deck. Sorry I couldn't do more of an explanation for you, but congratulations to you on your first top 8.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, bro.